person lies awake at night thinking about a decision made years ago, one opportunity they never took, one relationship they let disappear, one dream they abandoned out of fear. And despite time moving forward, the memory still hurts. Why? Why can regret follow human beings for decades? And why do certain moments continue haunting the mind long after they are gone? Human beings are unique in one important way. People do not only experience reality, they imagine alternative realities constantly. What if I said yes? What if I tried harder? What if I never left? What if I took the risk? The human mind endlessly creates parallel versions of life, and regret lives inside those imagined futures. For thousands of years, this ability helped humans survive. Thinking about mistakes improved future decisions. The brain learned through reflection. Painful experiences became lessons. But modern humans experience something deeper than practical learning. They emotionally replay entire lives that never happened. This is what makes regret so powerful psychologically. People are not only mourning past decisions, they are mourning imagined versions of themselves, the person they could have become. A man wonders what life would look like if he pursued his dream career. A woman thinks about someone she loved but never called back. Someone stays in a safe life for years, while secretly imagining another future entirely, and over time, imagined lives can begin feeling emotionally real. Psychologists discovered something fascinating about regret. In the short term, humans regret actions more. But over long periods of time, people often regret inaction more deeply. The risks never taken, the words never spoken, the chances ignored out of fear. Because failure eventually becomes easier to accept than uncertainty. At least failure provides closure, but unanswered possibilities remain psychologically unfinished. And unfinished emotions often stay alive inside memory for years. Modern society intensified this dramatically. Today, humans constantly see alternative lives online. Different careers, different lifestyles, different relationships, different versions of success. Social media exposes people to endless reminders of paths they did not choose, and comparison quietly transforms curiosity into regret. A person begins questioning everything. Did I waste time? Am I behind? Did I choose the wrong life? Because modern life offers endless visible alternatives, and the more options humans see, the harder certainty becomes. There is another reason regret hurts deeply: time. Some mistakes can be corrected, others cannot. A person may reconnect with an old friend, but youth never fully returns. Missed years never return. Certain moments disappear permanently, and humans are painfully aware of this. Perhaps this is why regret grows stronger with age for many people. As people get older, life begins feeling more finite emotionally. The future no longer feels endless, and suddenly, decisions feel heavier. Not because humans fear death alone, but because they fear wasted life. This explains why many people become emotional unexpectedly over ordinary memories. An old song, an old photo, a familiar street. Because memory reconnects people not only to the past, but to lost possibilities attached to the past. Regret also reveals something important about human nature. Human beings deeply want their lives to feel meaningful. People want to believe. Their choices mattered. Their time mattered. Their existence mattered. And regret appears when humans fear they failed to live fully. Yet regret itself is not entirely negative. Sometimes regret teaches wisdom. Painful reflection can create growth, empathy, and clarity. The problem begins when humans become trapped emotionally inside lives that no longer exist, because some people stop living in the present completely. Part of them remains psychologically frozen inside old decisions forever. Perhaps this is why nostalgia and regret often appear together. Humans revisit memories, trying to emotionally repair what cannot be changed. The mind searches endlessly for closure, but time rarely gives complete closure. Modern culture also creates enormous fear around falling behind. People believe they must achieve certain milestones by certain ages: success, marriage, money, purpose, and when reality looks different, regret begins quietly growing. Not always because life is bad, but because life looks different than imagined. Perhaps this is the deepest pain behind regret. Not simply losing opportunities, but losing imagined identities, the person you thought you would become. And maybe that is why regret feels so emotionally heavy. Because human beings are not only attached to memories, they are attached to possibilities. So perhaps the real question is not, why do humans regret the past? Perhaps the deeper question is, how much of human suffering comes from comparing reality to lives that never actually happened? Because maybe the human mind was never designed simply to live one life peacefully. Maybe it was also designed to endlessly imagine all the other lives it could have lived instead.